because I've had about 20 emails over the weekend. So this is the final thing. I might have answered differently because I got maths test cases all mixed up. So this is now final, definitely, without a doubt, how the test cases work. You get M and N. M is the number of rows, N is the number of columns, so this is 4 rows, 4 columns. You get a position. I draw my board like this with the 0 at the bottom. 0, 0 is bottom left corner. 0, 0 means I start here. So the block is at position 0, 0, so the block starts here. And then it has width 2, height 1. This is A. Width 2, height 1. Okay? Then it can move up or right. Okay? Then block B is at position 3, 0. And 3 is if you want to think in terms of x, y. It starts at x is 3 and y is 0. But if you think in terms of an array, it seems as if you're specifying the columns first, and then the rows. You get me? So 3, 0 means column 3. Yeah, it means here. This is 3, 0. It has width 1 and height 2. Okay. So it's getting all confused because to make sure that you follow object-oriented design principles, I flip the board. Because if you just declare an array, you think about it with the 0, 0s there. So it seems very confusing.
Just to clarify, you started with the dimensions as rows columns, which is the other way around.
Yes.
Shouldn't be columns rows.
It is indeed columns rows, depending on what you think is a row and what you think. So I'm now giving the definite definition of what it means visually. So 3, 0 means here.
No, I'm not confused about that.
It's on some
dimensions of the board, the first one.
No. It actually is. M is the number of rows and N is the number of columns. To my knowledge, that is sold that way.
Define that in terms of height.
So it's first height and then first height.
The first question.
Yes. So M and N. M is the height and N is the width. The number of rows is the height. Sorry, I'm not. You have that. Yes. So, you will get all your input files in this format. If you want it in any other way, push the input files in this format and do your translation internally with OneNote. This is the way it's going to work.
Okay, sorry, I'm just a bit confused now. So if I n is height times width, and the dimensions for the cards are given as width times height.
Correct.
So that's a bit confusing.
That's the whole idea.
Okay.
Yes. So if you work through these, so how do you handle these very confusing dimensions? And then it's also not the same way, the visual that I'm giving does not correspond to firstly, the visual does not correspond to the way you declare the grid in letter class. So if I say grid 0, 0, I get that block. But actually, visually, I'm talking about this one. So how do I handle this? How do I make sure I get this right? You need to scan this and fill into your objects, either this way, depending on the grid that you have, either this way or already do the modulus flip to get the dimensions of the array as you declared. Right? But do it once. This is the way you will draw. Where does standard draw or draw start its grid? Bottom left. Yes? I think so, if I remember correctly.
I hope so, that's the same.
You need to separate the concerns. Okay? So scan the input file. That's the easy part. How are you going to store it in your object? Exactly like this? Or are you going to do the transform first and then store it? Decide. Yes? Because when you actually draw it on the screen, it's got to look like this. So when you do a transformation from the input to an internal data structure, and then flip back when you want to draw, or however you want to do it, separate your concerns. Do not do transformations throughout all your methods. And then one of them you forget to do the transformation, and then everything just goes wrong. So separate the concerns. Okay. But this is correct. Meneer Stigler, stuur my e-pos, dan sal ek hierdie vir julle email. I'll email this so that you can do it. Yeah. I can't hear.
Please confirm that you don't need to have any part on that you just basically ask for the GUI.
I confirm. So what are the things that you have to output? If you find a mistake in the input file, and what can the mistakes be? Well, it can be an empty grid. And that is not cool because I said you need at least the little array block there. So an empty grid is a mistake. If you get a grid definition, where blocks overlap, yeah, so B was actually here. So if I change that 3 to a 1, I must say grids overlap or wrong in file or whatever you want, just some silly thing, and the program stops right there. Input file wrong. That's all I need. Okay? If all of this is correct, then you go on to the second step, which is you read the solution file. And then you animate the solution as it goes on. Yes, you simply animate. So I start with this. This is a test case 1 solution file. So the block located at 0, 0, this one, sorry, that one, block A, in step 1 must move to the right. So block A was here. Block A was here at 0, 0, and then I tell it to move to the right. Yeah. Take the block at 0, 0 and move it to the right. That means this space becomes empty and A moves there. That is step 1. I did a number of steps and then things started to get angry, okay? And then I go to position 0, 1, so it's column 0, row 1, there. Yes, so there, block C, and I must move it down. So block C moves here to step 2. So you do that animation. While you are doing the animations, you have to check that blocks don't crash into it. Well, they can get next to each other, but again, they may not overlap. So you cannot do crash blocks. Yes.
If they overlap, or if you have an error in your input file, you just put it into console and just say.
Yeah, you can just, if you want to be fancy, you can do it differently, but all I require is incorrect solution file. You don't even have to tell me where. Or you just, I don't know, show me a gif of a monkey crying or something.
Solution file finds the errors in those, or does it find the error in the solution file?
This is a very important question. The question was, should I run through the solution file, and if there's an error, then write the error and stop, or should I do it step by step? Should I read this step, animate it if it's valid, continue to the next step? It depends on your program design. I will accept any of the 2 methods, whatever is easiest for you. Okay? I, in my mind, had the idea that you do it step by step. Remember, animations is quick, so you have to put pauses in so that I can see what's cooking. But basically, the demos are going to mark, so I'm sure they're just going to check, check, check. This is a valid solution file. Okay, the guy finishes. Okay, cool. This was an invalid solution file. Oh, it finishes. Wrong. You know demos when they're not.
I've just got another question about the sex. If in this input solution file, it gives for a block to move to a direction it may not move, do you just ignore that?
No.
Step, or does that
No.
solution also mistake?
It's a mistake. If you get an invalid move in a solution file, it's a mistake. You either stop there. It depends on how fancy you want to be. I would be happy with the moment I get an invalid move, I just stop there and say, invalid solution. Or if you want to be fancy, write a little method that says, oops, I got an invalid move, I'm going to ignore this move and continue with the rest one. But that is added icing sugar. I'm happy with the moment you get an error, you bomb out. Yes? Not bomb out in a controlled manner. Write a message that says this went wrong.
On the marks sheet, there's a marking called stop button. Does
Yeah.
that mean you have to press the button before it carries on, or must just wait?
So on the marking sheet, there is a mark given for a start-stop button. If you can implement it, it's good. But the idea behind the start-stop was originally that I must, if I run a solution file with on your code, and you say it's wrong, but actually it is a correct solution, I want to see where you went wrong. So I want to be able not only to see the animation with pauses in between so that I can follow, but also a place where I can stop the animation right there. So a pause button. But if you can't implement it, as long as you put pauses in so that I can follow the animation without too much effort, I'd be happy.
For example, I've got that automatically stops in between until you press the button to carry on.
Cool. I'm happy.
We'll also spread state, so because you know before you lock up.
If you know how to implement threads, and you can get past and locking up things, I won't. How many people?
It's a whole wall.
Look, if it does lock up, each and every one of you send a readme file with your project. Yes. Saying, I didn't have a stop button, but look, or I use threads to implement and the whole thing can hang if something happens. Send a readme file, we'll have a look at the readme.
So it's like a text version of a presentation, saying like I program.
No, not a presentation, an explanation. It's like any readme.txt when you implement, when you install freeware, sometimes you get a readme.txt, which says, oh, when you install, remember to use the -CIH option. That's nonsense. When you install, yeah? The same kind of thing, just some extra explanations. If you don't put it in the README, you can also put it in front of your Java file at the header. You can give some information there. I'll tell the demics if something behaves contrary to what they expect, they must look for a README file. If it's not there, they should go to the source code.
Question of the solution. If you move a vehicle down to a boundary of the grid, should you exit the game or should you ignore the step?
If you move, if there is a move that tries to move a vehicle outside of the grid, it's an error. There are high cement walls right around the thing, except for the one cement wall, this side is. So you can, so the question then becomes, I have this thing here. No, it won't work. You can move only one step at a time, right? So irrespective of what your size is, you move one step and then you reach the right-hand wall and then you finish. Yeah, you can't in one step move outside of the thing. So the idea is you must stop when you get in the last column, you must stop. So you can't move outside, but if there is a move that instructs you to move outside of the parking area, it's an error. More. Yes.
I have two questions. One, in the email you said the project name must be Rush Hour. So can you just give us an example of the project name, the package name, and then the class name? That we would actually do. Right. What do we need to submit? Like an example. Just like the name.
I want the class file name with the main, where the main client code is. That file must be called rushhour.java. About the rest, I don't mind. I don't use Eclipse personally, so I don't work with package names.
And the second question was back to the very first thing you said in class today was the first input you read in the input file is the M and the N. So if it was 4 or 5, then it would be 5 height and 4 width. 4 is it?
4 height, 5 width.
4, 5.
Rows and columns. So the height and the width. And then later on, when you get to the individual class, it switches.
Right.
Just confusing. It's my pleasure. Yes. Sorry, I'm off there. Sorry. Actually, it's less hassle. So the question again was, should you zip into one file? Yes, please, if you don't mind. Yeah. If you don't mind, if you don't mind, make one file, which is a zip, including the source code, your compiled code, your executable code, your plagiarism detection form, if you want to add a README, if you made this like hell of a data file, if you want to show how cute you are, include that, you know, the 5 million by 5 million version. If you had GIFs or something, pictures external to your program that you want to, you know, draw on the page or something, everything must be there. Okay? We want to look at your source files. We're going to run your executables if your plagiarism detection form is there and if you have additional data or stuff. 100 Rand whiskey voucher for whoever is marking this. Well, nee, Jessie. 200 tenminste, maar okay. Yeah, I'm joking, right? That's not allowed.
It can be read.
Okay. More questions on the project. Now is your time. So this is also important. I had a question whether you can write the interface so that the user must press a certain button to continue to the next move. Please don't do that. Because if I have a 500 by 500 grid and there's a like huge solution file, I don't want to sit there and press the button 3,000 times. So that is not a good solution. Okay? That is an interesting solution if you want to make it an interactive game. If you want to make it an interactive game and the user itself is trying to play this game, then it's cool and it is a good design. But if I want to mark it, it's not so nice.
We do that include like a button pressing script.
And include a button pressing script, yeah. And there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, there was a request from the class rep. Apparently some of you asked whether some of the demis would be willing to be in the lab tomorrow. So one of my demis, I asked them, one of my demis is going to be in Narca H 2 to 4 tomorrow. Yeah, so if you're really getting stuck with something, you can go to Narca H 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and there will be one person. Alex said he'll be there, right? But please don't keep him after 4 o'clock, because he also has his own stuff to do. Yeah.
What version of Java do you like?
Huh?
What version? 1.5, 1.6 was last time.
Whatever is in Alpha H.
State of Java.
Yeah.
So we go, you have, if you're working on your laptop, if you're working in Windows, and something is different, you die. We have to mark. So that program must run in Narca, in one of the Narcas. And if there are differences between versions or laptops, we work on a Mac or a Windows system, and it doesn't want to run in Narca, I give you start porting. Yes.
If your source profile, so it's going to run in the token.
Yes, more. No. I'm glad I created a bowl of spaghetti for you, because that gives you very good exercise in design. Okay, but this is now the final. I might have answered some people incorrectly over the weekend because Matt and I had our rows and columns the other way around for positions. I answered all those emails again and said it's column row number.
That's really good. That's not how the computer
Oh, right. So in chapter 1, there is an explanation about the stopwatch thing. No. So, so this is a more general question. The question was, how does the computer count time? So on a hardware level, you have a clock installed, which maps CPUs. You can measure time because there's clock. So you can, and that is, I think, in what? Microseconds? Milliseconds. It's in milliseconds. So to measure the execution time of your own program, you make an operating system request to say, give me the current time in milliseconds, and it gives you a long number back, milliseconds. And then you execute a lot of code, and then you say, give me the time again. And then you have to start time and stop time and so forth.
There's a physical clock.
There's a physical clock, yes. Which incidentally, to make sure that your computer always has the correct time, you can query over the internet the standard atomic clock. I can't remember what website it is, but you can do that. Because batteries go slower, normally the clock in a computer runs on a battery, and that can degrade, so you should sync with the atomic clock in France to make sure that your PC stays up to date. Clever operating systems do that anyway, but yeah, that's how it happens. If you're not connected to the internet, your PC might run slow when it shows the time. Okay, more questions about the projects? No? Okay, then we have 20 minutes and I need to finish the last theory. Okay? Section 3.3, I have to finish section 3.3. Remember that anybody who has any questions on this theory, we have a lecture Wednesday at 10, that is a revision lecture. I'll talk for about 5 minutes if you want me to, but it's basically a question session. So by Wednesday, I know you're all programming, but by Wednesday you must be finished with the theory as well, right? Basically, because you're writing, Wednesday evening is your last time to learn for the test of Thursday afternoon. I might change the venue because some people said that it's inconvenient to write in alpha because the keyboard's always in the way and it's not nice sitting there. So provisionally, but I will still confirm, is in rooms. Room 303 and 404 in the General Engineering Building. And we fill up starting at 303, and then the rest of you move to 404, and then we can have the traditional test seating with one space in between. I think it's nicer to write on the test, it's available. So I booked those rooms, but I didn't check them whether they're nice to write in. Some of them are tutorials for here, so it's those drawing pads. So I just have to go double check if the rooms are okay. But I will confirm my email, 303 or 404. Thursday, 2 o'clock. You write for an hour. Look, you saw the test. It's six or 7 questions, not many. And it's everything I said, definitions, memory, explain what's wrong in this Java code, what is this Java code trying to You really shouldn't take more than an hour. If there's, then I allow about 15 minutes for those people who have extended writing time. And then the Dennis and I start marking, so by 5 o'clock you should have your test results. Okay. Right, so let's just, okay, we're all getting hysterical here. Let's just finish chapter 3 quickly. Remember we said in 3.3 what we're looking at is how do I write my own object-oriented code? Yes. And the first thing was encapsulation. The second thing was immutability. And the last one is inheritance. Now, inheritance is a double-edged sword. So we look at two concepts there. The first one is, I don't want to keep on writing code that has already been written. Yes? So if I have two totally unrelated modules and they share functionality, like printing or calculating an average or whatever, I don't want to reinvent the wheel by rewriting code again and again and again and again. So what you can use is inheritance, but inheritance can become dangerous. So let's just look what is available in Java. Yes. Okay, so the first thing we have is an interface. Imagine module A and module B, and I have an interface in between. An example of an interface, well, okay, the formal definition then, a mechanism for specifying a relationship between unrelated classes. So I have two unrelated classes, but you know, they're doing common things. So I have an interface between them, and this is the way I write it in Java, public interface. Yes. So as an example is comparisons. Now you know with primitive types I can use less than, equal to, or greater than. A combination thereof, right? So we know what the natural order is on primitive types. I know 2 is less than 3. I know 17 is greater than 1, and so on. With strings, less than would mean earlier in alphabetical order, and so on. So the primitive types, it makes sense, and it's sort of built into Java with the mathematical signs. But what if I want to know if a date is earlier than another date? I want to say date 1 is less than date 2. Yes? So 1962 is less than 2016. But you cannot somewhere do that. It's a whole, because a date is a reference type. So it consists of a day and a month and a year. So it's not so easy to, you have to compare 3 things to know whether 2 dates are equal, less than, or greater. And that's true for all the reference types. We want to compare reference types so that we can sort them. There's a natural order. And there is an interface available called comparable. And comparable means if I use the interface comparable, what I want to do is I want to compare things with each other. Just and 10, we're going to get to the specific Java just now. And the idea of comparable is that if A is less than B, then I return a -1, well, a negative value. If A is greater than B, B is the thing that I sent over, I return a positive, otherwise it's 0. They're equal. There is this strange thing here. Key an object of any type. Okay. So in the interface that is specified, here is an example of client code. Yes. Suppose I have a lot of strings that I want to sort. I read in my strings, I sort them. And how does this arrays, how does it know how to sort? Well, it has to know what is less than the other. But this array here now contains strings. Here is an example where I can do exactly the same thing, but I can use it on integers. Yes. So this is all very confusing. And that is what the interface does. This is what the client code should do. Remember our good old class counter, where Al Gore lost the presidential election? Oh, you should have read the book, I said you should. And now we're ending up with Donald Trump, heaven forbid. That is dangerous. Extremely dangerous. I'm terribly nervous about it, but okay. Seriously. I mean, some people are just bad, but other people are dangerous in these days. Okay, let me get back to this. So if I have an interface, let's just look at the Java for the moment. Remember, I had something which said public interface comparable with any type, keys any type. And now I have my own object that I'm making. It's called counter. And then I can say public class counter, but now I want to use comparable. I want to use the interface. And then I say implements comparable. It implements comparable on what type? On an object of type counter. And I give my instance method which says how to put a natural order on counters. So with the interface, the idea is when I write my object class, in that object class, I will implement an instance method which will tell interface comparable how to compare counters. Yes. And here is my instance method compared to if count is less than b.count, I return a -1 or a +1. So now this counter of mine can be subscribed by the interface. Okay. Right. There are some more. Okay, where you, in your implementation of your own reference type, you say, I'm going to adhere to the interface called comparable. So for my type, I'm going to write an instance method compared to, so that anybody else can use that. I subscribe to the interface. Okay? Right? So here is, this is what I was looking for. The theoretical name for this programming mechanism is known as polymorphism. Polymorphism, one has to think about words, because sometimes just looking at the word. And that refers to the fact that you can use it on any reference type for more than one reference type. Okay, so it's polymorphism. It's a bit, in a certain sense, like overloading, but it's more than overloading. Okay. The other thing that we can have a look at that the book puts some stress on, as far as interfaces are concerned, is they make the point that I cannot use method names as arguments. I cannot send over a method name to another method. And they said, well, look at approximating an integral. You all did this in Maths 1. Yes, if I have any function, I can count the little blocks, and that approximates the area under the curve, and that is exactly what we do when we integrate, right? So, numerical integration. Okay, so what would be very nice is if I could have an integrate method, and I could send it a function. Yes, so that is a method named f, and I would like to send that over, but you cannot pass methods as arguments in Java. So what you can do is you can use an interface. Okay, so this actually allows you, since you cannot do this in Java, you can define an interface for functions, and then you can implement such a function, which I think is very cute. Okay, read code. At this stage in your computer science career, you must read code. Download stuff from Stack Exchange. Download stuff anywhere you can think of. You don't read books anymore. You want to, what generation, whatever. I almost said I'm a baby boomer, but I am. You are Generation Z or something. I don't remember. You millenniums, right. Yeah, millennials. And then I'm supposed to know as a good teacher, yeah, whatever, all the things that are important to you. But what I do know is you don't read books anymore. So download it from Stack Exchange. Look at code wherever you can. Read and see why are they doing it this way. Right? So see if you can find examples. Incidentally, the Princeton University website, the website for this book, has lots and lots and lots of examples of good code. So go to the book site and download code there. Read through other people's projects from the book site if you want to. Just look at it. Why can I do? Oh, wow, look, I can do it this way. That's way cool. Yes. Okay. Good. Event-based programming. Read through it. I had some questions on whether this project needs to have mouse clicks and that kind of thing. No, unless you want it just for fun for your little brother or sister at home, your dog, to play this game by clicking. You can do it. So it's event-based program where you have a callback to your code, right? Through an interface. Read the book. Subtyping. You see, now we said I don't want to rewrite code all the time. If there is code there, I want to reuse it. Okay, that's modern programming. You find already implemented stuff, and you just paste it together with control code, and then you can build very big things. So code reuse, one way of doing it is to take unrelated modules and have an interface. Yes. The other thing you can do is subtyping. The book does not like subtyping, and neither do I. The idea of subtyping is I have a superclass. Nou, ek kry dit altyd verkeerde kant. Ja. It means that I know there's a class that has certain instance variables and instance methods, and I want to use that directly. So I write my module as a derived class of a superclass, and that means I get all that information. It's a hierarchical mapping of your modules. Instead of having two separate modules with an interface in between, yes, to share code. What I now have is I have a class, and then another class inherits that, and I can get to all the lekker weggesteekte, all the nicely hidden stuff inside that. And that should immediately raise the red flags, because that breaks the idea of encapsulation. But it's possible. And there might be times where you want, I have a certain class, I want to change the behavior of the class, add functionality without rewriting the entire class from scratch. Then I can use subtyping. I inherit that, the properties, the instance methods, the instance variables from that class. But know that it is dangerous. Suppose I have my vector class, nicely encapsulated, immutable as need be, and so on. And then I want to make it three-dimensional or higher dimensional vectors. Now I don't want to rewrite anything, for heaven's sake, I'm lazy. So I inherit. And the moment I inherit, I have the potential to break the encapsulation in my business. Okay? So you have to have a very good reason to actually do this. Okay? But it can be done. Okay? Applications, you must read this on your own before Friday. No, okay, shit, let's speak about. Okay, before next week. Read it over the weekend. On Friday, Prof. van der Merwe will take over, remember? Yes, I'm until Thursday. So the last thing I want to mention is design by contract. Exceptions, we're out of time. Exceptions and assertions, please read it on your own. If you don't get it, then put up your hand and ask Prof. van der Merwe and tell him Prof. van Zyl did not explain this. Please explain this. Okay? Thank you so much. Project on Wednesday. I'll see you Thursday afternoon. Revision on Wednesday.